guys, how are we all? Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to the channel. So I got a pair of dry. Sorry guys, I know I brought up earrings. Lee, if you're drying your hair, you need to do it downstairs. So yes, how are we all? I am just back from Dubai, so I thought I would do like a holiday glam because I'm actually going out just now for dinner, and I've obviously still got like a little bit of a tan on my face, so I thought we could do a holiday glam because it like was probably one of my most asked videos when I was on holiday. So I'm just going to clip this other little bit of hair. Now this makeup's going to be really quick, it's nothing like really in depth, it's really easy, really simple. Doesn't require like mad mental products, it's probably just products you've got in the house. So it's kind of going to be a bit like a tutorial, but just a bit like holiday glam, get ready with me style makeup. So I obviously, as you can tell in my jammies guys, I'm just midly getting ready, and I thought, it kind of popped in my head, oh my god, why don't I just do this video just now, because I think the rest of the weekend is pretty chill for me. I'm just going to be like doing things like gutting the house, tidying the house, just organising work stuff, doing admin stuff, so I thought I don't actually know if I have makeup on the rest of this weekend. And because I've got a tan, you kind of don't really need to wear makeup all the time, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just thought, do it now. So I always have been using for a while just the Bobbi Brown Enriched Face Base. I use it as like my primer. It's kind of all I use and I really like it. Now texture wise and skin, like I have kind of combination skin, so not super oily, not super dry, and it tends to work for me, so I'm not too sure like on every skin type how it would work. I'm wearing my hair straight tonight, which could probably end badly because I've never liked myself with my hair straight, but the reason why was because I don't know if any of you guys think this, but see on holiday I just don't feel like the water's the same. Like it makes my hair as dry as a crisp. And I'm just going just now with just a Laura Mercier concealer, this one here, and I just put this on my lids. Now this is obviously my holiday makeup, so I would say this is kind of like my nighttime glam makeup, but again it's still nice and light. Like when I was in Dubai, it was like 32, 30 degrees at night time, like it was hot, and then the first night I did full makeup, and honestly guys, it was just sweating off my face and I was so uncomfortable, and I just thought I ain't doing that again. So, and unlike my makeup that I would usually do glam, the concealer on my eyes I just take under as well and just gently and like softly buff underneath my eyes as well, rather than going in and putting loads of concealer on the top. I look like Rudolph. I just do that underneath. Now I've actually ran out of the wee shade that I pure love in this palette, which is this one, as you can actually tell. So what I'm going to do is just go in with, what is that one that I use? So I'm actually going to just go in with my bronzer. Now this is quite good if you're not packing a lot of makeup. On holiday you're not taking like all your eyeshadows, is just to use a bronzer. So I'm just using like a fluffy brush in my crease, and I'm kind of just going back and forth with the brush. You're not really meant to hold a brush guys like that, like at this. You would hold the brush as like further back as possible because then it'll be nice and loose. The harder you are with the brush, the more kind of like rough the shadow will look, and you won't get a really soft blend. So I'm just going to keep going in. Now you can use any bronzer, you can use a cool tone, a warm tone, just anything that kind of suits like kind of like how your makeup would be. So I don't know if you can kind of just see the difference, it's very subtle. So like I said, you're just going to go, I always kind of tilt my head back, pop the brush in this bit of your eye, and then just let it go back and forth. Now I do excuse if the dogs start barking. My mum's dog Mia is staying. And if you've followed me or watched me for a while, you know that she is a crackpot and she barks at anything. Mostly TV adverts. She doesn't like Jet 2 advert. Don't blame her. She doesn't like anything with a doorbell, and she doesn't like Compare the Market. So yeah, any of them go off, then we'll have problems. And then what you will hear is Lee flipping his lid, because what she does is she barks really loudly, quite sudden, and she'll give you a heart attack. That's what you're going to hear soon. So yeah, like I said, back and forth with the bronzer, like so. Then what I do is I just take a kind of smaller, rounder brush, so not as fluffy. Now the reason why I'm kind of slightly doing this similar to a bit like a tutorial is because I was with my friend Emma Claire. I'll do this bit first, right? Okay, so all you do is see where your lash ends, just rub that colour so it's like this. So it doesn't need to be neat. This is a good thing with this makeup, guys. You don't need to be a pro. You're just going back in with that brush, and I always just softly blend it, and then you take the same brush and you just add to it. Now I kind of just go slightly like along the lash line, but not the whole way in. So it's like this, and don't worry about going underneath. You're going to clean all that. It really doesn't matter how neat and tidy you are. But yeah, basically my friend Emma Claire was like, nah mate, like I don't want a get ready with me, I want like a tutorial on holiday makeup. Because me and her were sitting like, what's a good foundation? Like I didn't really know what to take. And then I left it too last minute to order anything. But then I remembered I had something and it was amazing. And that's why I thought I'll do this wee video. But yeah, she was like, I hate now videos that people like makeup artists just always assume that you know what you're doing, but you don't. So she was like, I would like a tutorial, so hopefully she watches this and approves it. And then when I was in Dubai, my friend Erin was like, yeah, I'd really appreciate a wee tutorial, so here we are, some pal. Right, so do you see what I mean? It's not neat, it's not tidy, it's just there. Now on holiday I would probably do a bit of a shimmer. I would do, or you can do completely matte. Sometimes if I know it's going to be quite hot, I don't do shimmer because your eyelids get a bit sweaty anyway, or mine do. So I'm going to just go back in with this palette and go into the kind of creamy colour, dust off the excess, and then all you're going to do is again take that up like so and along, and don't worry about the colours all kind of touching and mixing, you're going to blend them all anyway. That instantly just opens up my wee eyes. And I do the same to the other eye. And the good thing is with this makeup, guys, you can go as dark or as light as you wish. And I'm going back in with that orange colour and just going along the lash line slightly. And I never take it any higher than that, just right in the corner. And then with nothing on that brush again, I just go back in and blend it all the same way that I did the first time. And obviously, like if you're darker eyes and darker hair, you can always, I feel it, tend to go a bit darker. But because I'm blonde and I've got lighter eyes, I feel that dark makeup sometimes on me just looks ridiculous. So I always tend to keep it quite light. Right. Now, this is the part that my friend Erin really wanted a tutorial on. I'll show you. Let me just find the brush. So I have this, I'm sure it's Zoeva, no, it's a Spectrum brush, sorry, A16 Detail. It is pish thin. Okay, so what I'm doing is any colour will do. I'm going to mix the brown here. Hopefully you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it in the mirror, right? But basically where my lash ends, put the brush and just softly take it across like so, right? And then start from the outer and just take it in into your lashes. You should kind of be brushing into your lashes. So I'll go as close to the camera. So see how I'm taking that in to my lashes like so. And then all you do is take your wee brush from before, go over it slightly. Don't add any more product either, just go across and blur it out. Now the tip with this is to do little and often. If you go in with too much shadow on the brush, you're going to have too much on the eye, and then when you're blending it's going to just be like a big round smudge. Like so. It's really easy. And the good thing is with this, guys, see if you muck it up, it's not like gel liner where you're going to have, if you try and take like a wet wipe to it or like anything to it, you're going to have this big smudge. And look how like unneat that is. And then all you do is go back in with that same one. Now I never get two the same. Never ever. And honestly, it used to bother me. Never couldn't care less because it's really simple to fix. I need to find wipes, hold on. Okay, so all you do now is go under the eye. And clean it up. It's really simple, like so. And that is honestly how, so I've got hair somewhere, I would do my holiday eyes. Now if you're looking for a shimmer, I highly recommend getting this, guys. I swear by it. It is unreal. It's this Kiko and it's Magic Holiday. Now wait till I show you this. Right. Can you see? It's unbloody real. I need that off my hand. I absolutely swear by it, and it's really nice. Now if I was putting that on, in fact, you know what, see for the purpose of the video, we'll just bang it on. So basically you could leave your eyes fully like that if you wanted, because you don't really need to do glam, you don't need to do shimmer. But if you were wanting to do shimmer, then I definitely recommend getting this, and it's super cheap as well. Now either go in with a brush and just tap, or use your finger. They both do the same trick. Now once you've done that, all you need to do is take that brush and just go over that once to kind of blend them like that. Now for summer face, this is where I was like, right, I didn't have time to order anything, and then I remembered I had this. So it's the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturiser Oil Free. Now guys, the thickness of that, there's an amazing thickness to it. It's not really like creamy or oily or horrible. So basically I just brush that out on my hand, pat that. I'm going to just tuck this little bit of hair back. Right, and then go in and really blend. I'll tell you my colour for that in a wee minute. Now the good thing with this, guys, you really don't need a lot, you need the smallest amount. I honestly swear by this, and I'm so glad I took it in my makeup bag, because the first night on holiday I just used foundation, and honestly I wanted my makeup off. Like I honestly felt like going to the shop in between eating my dinner and getting baby wipes, because my face was just so thick and it was creasing, and oh, it just felt horrible. Like I quite like when you're on holiday or when you're back from holiday and you can see like all your freckles and everything like that, and you're maybe if you've got a wee bit of a burnt nose like myself, then I quite like all that. Like I like the fact you can still see all my freckles, but it's giving me that little bit more coverage as well. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to go in with the concealer right, just here. And I'm not adding a lot of this, by the way, just a small amount, because I don't want my concealer to overpower the makeup, if that makes sense. And yeah, I'm just going to slightly brighten up under my eye. But honestly guys, what a absolute godsend this makeup was on holiday. Like the foundation, the tinted moisturiser. And I don't know why, but tinted moisturiser for me was always something that I used to try and avoid. I used to think it was like literally one, a waste of money, and it just made my face super shiny. And I hate a shiny face. I'm like matte through and through. And then I remember I bought this and where was I? I was in East Kilbride and I bought it in the Boots. And then I went to town in Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I've not added any more product. I just got into the areas that I would usually have added product with what's remaining on my brush. And I like my nose to kind of show the colour of it, so I'm just going to leave that. And like already guys, you can still see all my freckles. So what was I saying there? So yeah, I went and I got the Charlotte Tilbury new foundation. I was like, oh, what a waste of money, like I could have took that back. But I'm actually so glad that I wasn't able to take it back, because it's now came in handy. Now, I've run out of my Refy bronzer, but I bought this in London and it's the Bobbi Brown one in shade Skin Foundation Stick Golden Almond 6.75. But I'm going to go in with my Refy brush. Now, what I've noticed from just by using this, going in like this and then brushing it tends to leave a bit of a mark. Well, or at least I feel like it does. So I feel like putting on the brush is much better. And then just get in like so. And then another thing I was noticing for quite a while was anything I was putting on my forehead was coming off and leaving a bit of a patchiness. Because my hair's usually in the middle shade, I'm always touching it, I think I was touching it and kind of mucking up the makeup. So I now don't cream contour my forehead. But I'll show you how easy it is to blend all that. And then basically that's that, and like you can still see all my freckles, you can still see the tones and the definition of my skin. And honestly guys, right now I do not feel like I have makeup on at all. So next up is cream blush, and I'm using this Bobbi Brown one in shade Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks, pale pink number 11. Oh baby, you know what that's worth. I'm fucking singing that stupid Rangers songs because of the yelling. And then I'm going to go in again with a Spectrum brush. And this one's in B08 Highlight. So this is a highlight brush, obviously, but I use it for blush. So I just tap it. In my mirror, sorry, I need a bigger mirror than that. And then I just go in and apply there. Again, going in with the cream blush is a lot softer and it kind of just applies, you've kind of got that sunburnt look. I mean, on holiday, I'm going to be honest, towards the end of the holiday I wasn't using the blush because I was sunburnt. And my cheeks were giving me that illusion on its own. But yeah, I just do that. Now, when it comes to setting, I still do my usual. So I go with my Laura Mercier, and this is the translucent setting powder. I get a little bit of it and put it on my top. And then all you do is go under your eye. So I just press, right? So you leave it, I don't really bake as such, but I just leave a little bit under my eye. And in the areas that I tend to get my shininess. And I go all the way up to my forehead. I've noticed I need to set my whole forehead or it basically just goes patchy. So right now I'm like this, and I'm just going to go in and pat and kind of brush all about. Now again guys, I'm no longer an MUA. Anyone that's followed me for years will know that that's what I used to do full time. I've completely lost my touch. I kind of lost how I would do other people's makeup. So this is just how I do my makeup. So I'm not a pro. This is just kind of like wee tips and tricks I tend to use to do my own makeup. And that's that. So that again adds a wee bit more fullness, but you can still see all my freckles. Now at this point, this is where my friend ever tells it, what do you mean? So basically you have to set what you've done in cream with powder. So if I left my bronzer in cream and I left my blusher in cream, I personally would go patchy, it wouldn't stay on my face, it also probably wouldn't look very nice. So I'm going to go in with Give Me Sun MAC and just set what I did with the cream, and then this is when I go in and apply it to my forehead, back on my nose and my chin. And then basically again what you've done with your bronzer you would do, oh just launched my blusher, I would do with my blush. And I'm using, I'm going to say this is Milani. It's literally so old, but basically it's a Milani blush and I think it could possibly be called Luminoso. So kind of at this point, this is my base done. Now I don't like highlighter, guys, anymore. I've completely went off it. I do always kind of chop and change on it, and one minute I love it and it's literally all over my face, and the next minute I can't stand it. So if you're a highlighter gal, then definitely go ahead and pop it on, but not for me. So now what I'm going to do is go in with my mascara. I'm just using this wee small one because it's what I put in my makeup bag, and it's a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. If it is, then you've obviously not had good sex, but you know what I mean. Anyway, right, so I'm just going to go in and apply my mascara. I really like this mascara. I tend to feel like it really works well, and I always get a wee LVL on my lashes, and it just honestly helps make them look even better. What a difference it makes. It just opens up my eyes, my wee small eyes. And then I just do a small amount on my bottom lash. Now you can go in and add shadow, but recently I've been quite enjoying no shadow underneath. But then again, I do change my mind on that quite a lot, so sometimes I'll add shadow underneath, sometimes I won't. And same with eyelashes, sometimes I add lashes, sometimes I don't, but recently because I've had my LVL, they're just harder to put on. Now brow wise, I'm just going to give my Anastasia brow, is it Brow Wiz? Brow definer, and I just always brush up. Take this. Now I'm not very good at brows because my brows are just shite, but basically just go, I'll start underneath first, follow your shape, and then brush up the way to kind of give a more softer brow stroke kind of look. What a difference honestly a set of eyebrows makes to you. I just honestly, my biggest regret was following that thin eyebrow trend when I was younger, because honestly my hair's like thick hair and big brows and all that pure runs in my family, so I can only imagine the stunning eyebrows I would have had if I didn't follow that bloody trend. And I used to go every 2 weeks and I'm getting bloody waxed right off. And then I go in with a clear brow gel. I use the Eyebrow Lady in Alexandra brow gel. I'll show you in a second. It's amazing. It's a little small brush. And no joke, do you know how much this is how good it is? I'm out doing photos. Obviously I'm taking like a million outfits on and off at the one time. My eyebrows never, I told you, ever budge. They're like glue. Stay there. So I'm showing it to dogs. So this is it here. So basically at this point I am pretty much done with the holiday makeup. And then a thing that I swear by on holiday, and I know people sometimes think it's just like another product that's shite, but it's not, is my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I either love the Charlotte Tilbury one or the Urban Decay All Nighter. If you've got something to fan your face with, it's always a bit... I do. When I used to do makeup, I used to have an actual fan that I got in Ibiza. I used to fan my clients. Bougie. Right. Bob's your uncle. Now, I had a problem on holiday with finding my lip liners. So, bear with me because I'm going to see if I can find it. I got it. Now, regarding lip liners, I either use Pillow Talk, Charlotte Tilbury or the Defy. So I might even just use both just to kind of show you what I mean. I do love both. These are my two favourite at the minute. The Defy, I do feel like you kind of have to use the Defy gloss to stop it from smudging. And I'm gutty because one night I was drunk, I lost it. So it's quite infuriating. I'm quite annoyed at myself, but it's something that I do often, so I'll be surprised because I'm not. And then what you do is you go in with your little bit and you just, and then let that dry. And then I'm just going to give my Pillow Talk liner. And just add that to the outer part, like so. And then I'm going to go in with my Fenty Gloss. This one's a little bit more pinky than my usual. Like so. So for me, this is kind of like my holiday glam makeup complete. I would say it's obviously, well, I don't know if you guys can tell, but for me personally, it's quite a bit lighter than my usual kind of glam makeup. It doesn't feel as heavy on the skin, or like in the surface you can still see like all my freckles. It's not cakey here or here, and it looks really light and it looks really natural. And it's perfect for being on holiday. If you're maybe going somewhere during the day and you want your makeup on, then it's perfect because it's lighter. Does this contain an SPF? It does. It's got an SPF 20 in it. So again, if you are wearing it during the day, maybe if you're going to like a beach club or something and you're someone who would always wear foundation, then I definitely recommend this. Now I'm wearing this in shade 3N1 Sand. And this is my kind of colour on my chest, and my hands are kind of matching it perfectly. So I really do recommend this product, and everything else I've used is really easy. Doesn't require a big massive makeup kit. Like your bronzer you're taking, you can use that on your eyes as eyeshadow. That little palette as well is compact, it's got everything you need in it. And even if you were using it, it's got the browns in it for you to use, it's got your lighter shades. So it's kind of got everything you need. So I'll make sure to link everything below for you guys. I'll try and see if I can try and get it all on one website, and it means if you're doing a big order then you'll get like free shipping or something like that. But I just thought it's been a good wee video to do because, well, most of the time because my friend and my client Erin wanted me to do it, but I thought it'd be good to do. Yes?
We need to go.
What time's it?
Like 8?
No, it's not.
Near enough.
He's just interrupting. So yeah, so basically this is it. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was just like a little quick kind of tutorial holiday makeup glam. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys very, very soon next week for another wee vlog, another wee video. But thank you for watching, and bye. Bye to me and my million freckles.